Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call to order this special board meeting of the Cedarburg Board of Education. Today is Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. I'd like to do an attendance roll call. Creer.
Present.
Kennedy.
Here.
Leach.
Here.
Cox.
Here.
Hadberg. And Reimer is here. This is a special meeting of the Cedarburg School Board and is a public meeting. Prior notices have been placed in the district and additional copies were forwarded to the News Graphic and the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Would everyone please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you. Next agenda item is the approval of the minutes from the board meeting of September 30th. Do I have a motion?
Yeah. I read them. I wasn't there, but I'll make a motion to approve.
A motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor will do a roll call. Creer.
Aye.
Kennedy.
Aye.
Leach.
Aye.
Cox.
Aye.
Padberg.
Aye.
Reimer's an aye, unanimous. Moving on to item 3, recommendations.
Mr. President, this came to the curriculum committee, and after the meeting, hearing some of the concerns of students as well as some of our faculty, it seems there were some miscommunications that were put out, unfortunately, by our administration here at the high school, and people are not properly prepared to do the board's action at your last meeting in the 3 weeks left before the end of the quarter. So I would just like to make a motion that we not institute this testing until the second quarter to give the students and teachers time to be prepared for them.
I'll second that motion, Kennedy.
I have a motion and a second. So the motion is to waive the requirement as stated at the last board meeting for this quarter. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, I have a motion and a second.
Well, just to clarify too, it's the, I think we should clarify exactly what we're talking about. It was
The exams, yes.
the motion regarding exams.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's to waive the exam requirement for this first quarter.
Okay, is everyone clear on that?
So just to confirm again, because it's a little foggy since the last meeting, because the last meeting we voted that exams would stay the same, so that's moving forward. We're just voting now on whether it should take place now or next quarter.
Correct. To give them more time to prepare.
Okay.
Are there any classes that are being offered during the first quarter that are also being offered during the second quarter?
Yeah, I'd have to defer to Mr. Kurth on that.
He's shaking his head, yes.
It would make sense to me, thinking through this personally, that if we're going to waive final exams for first quarter, that for consistency's sake, we would also do it in second quarter. And third or fourth, if those apply. I don't know what the schedule of classes look like.
That's not what my motion is.
Okay, we're just in the discussion phase, right?
Yep.
Chris, may I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sam, it's a good point, and I would recommend that the motion stands as presented, and we bring this topic back to the curriculum committee of the board to discuss, and then bring forward to the board meeting at the end of October, which is the end of the first quarter, and gives us a few days before we start the second quarter, which is on November 2nd.
But as chair of that committee, I just want to make sure that we're bringing this back to have any fine-tuning discussions, but it's not for a new presentation or anything else, the board has already taken action and voted at the past meeting. So we can fine tune things, but it's not to go back to anything other than what the board's previous motion was at the last meeting.
Right, the waiver is designed to allow, or to basically to prevent issues this
Quarter.
specific quarter, and then we're going back to the way that it was described in the motion for the second quarter.
Correct, and that's what this motion is.
Okay, I think everyone's clear. All those in favor, roll call. Greer,
Aye?
Kennedy,
Aye.
Leach,
Aye.
Cox,
Aye.
Padberg,
Aye.
and Reimer's an aye. Motion passes unanimously.
Move to adjourn.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor, roll call vote. Greer,
Aye?
Kennedy,
Aye.
Leach,
Aye.
Cox,
Aye.
Padberg,
Aye.
Reimer. Aye. Unanimous. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.